Well, good morning, everybody. Where were you last night when we were setting things up? No, I'm just kidding. Great to have you here. Yeah, Patrick was with me last night, so he can raise his hand. I'm Steve Peterson, the Monroe County Economic Development Coordinator, and on behalf of the Monroe County Economic Development, Commerce, and Tourism Committee, we want to welcome you to our 4th annual event. Every year we think we've probably reached the plateau, and thank goodness we raised the bar just a little bit further this year. We have over 216 people signed up for today, and 31 booths. So hopefully you're going to spend a lot of time and talk to the people that have booths here. A lot of them have services that you'd be interested in. And I think one thing we found out throughout all of these conferences is networking is number one. I've seen people come at the end of the day, walk out with business cards stacked this high because they were able to spend time and network with some people that maybe they can't get to on a day-to-day basis. So networking is key, and you can hopefully build some relationships and maybe some projects and businesses off of what we learned today. We've got a great lineup. Really excited about from top to bottom what we have here today. So that's why we're going to try to stay on time so everybody can get out of here this afternoon at a decent time. But right now I ask it if all of you could please rise for the presentation of our colors. Representing the colors is the Sparta VFW Post 2112.
Right, faith. Both colors.
And now I'd like to introduce the Monroe County Board Chair, Jim Kuhn, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your hand over your heart, your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Right, faith. Forward, march.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I was thinking of doing something like, if anybody remembers the Grand Ole Opry and the radio, there used to be a lady, actually I first heard her on the WLS National Park Act back when I was wee-high to a grasshopper. She'd start out with, howdy! How many people remember her? Yeah, there's a few here, okay. Oh, Biddy Pearl. Well, I welcome you all to this conference. Steve said it's the 4th one. I can remember 3, I don't remember the 4th one.
First one was at Three Bears, second one was at the Colonial, and last year was at Building 905 at Fort McCoy, and then we're here today.
It's Three Bears, that's the one I forgot. And I should remember that. That was the first one.
Yep.
Yeah. And it appears we've been growing every year. I think I see more people here now than we had before. I know we got more vendors. Everybody be sure to talk to those folks, as Steve was saying. You just might learn something. And it'll go along with the theme, I believe, of the conference itself, and that is paying a little closer attention to your local businesses. A few years ago, the state had what they called a land use study thing. They nicknamed it Smart Growth. I'm not too sure what that was the correct terminology for that program, because now all you have is a pile of papers laying on your shelf getting dusty. That's not smart growth. But economic development is smart growth. And especially when you do it wisely. To me, the key, what you want to do is make sure that the development brings more to the community than it takes away. All growth has a cost, but you want the positive to exceed the negative. And that's where the smart growth part comes. So with no further ado, we'll get on with the program.
Thank you, Jim. And I want to thank the Monroe County Board of Supervisors too for their support of our committee and creating the position that I've been lucky to have for the past almost 2 years now, and it'll come up in July. But the commitment to economic development and just to market this county is priority one, and we've got a very active committee, and I know Sharon will be recognizing them a little later on. But right now I'd like to introduce, when I asked her if she'd want to say a few words, she thought I was going to have her be the big speaker for the whole day. But I said, no, Shannon, we'll just have you can do a greet in the morning. But Shannon's done a great job as the mayor of Tomah, and we're glad to have her with us today. And I'd like to introduce her to come up and greet the crowd. Shannon?
I actually told Steve this morning I was going to take about 30 minutes to get him off schedule all day, and he said, I'll jerk you off the stage. So, to keep that from happening, thank you all for coming today. It's great that my city can sponsor such a big event. You know, Tomah is very dear to my heart. While you're here, make sure you stop in and see some of our local businesses, support our local community, and we thank you all for coming. It's a very exciting day. I know Steve has put a lot of work in. His office is right down the hall from mine, and stop in, and he's just constantly working and busy. So I know you're going to enjoy all of his hard work today, and thank you for coming. See, Steve, I can keep the
Thanks, Shannon. And yes, the check's in the mail for that. Thank you for that. I do want to thank the city of Tomah. I'm a contracted employee with the county, so I don't have a home really. And when I got this job, Roger Gorey is the city administrator, who's sitting right down in front, who doesn't have a name tag, along with the mayor, opened their arms and said, why don't you come and take some space here at the city hall, even though I said I wasn't going to be there a lot because my job basically is out seeing a lot of businesses and doing recruiting, but it's nice to have a base, and I've been using it a lot lately because we're getting ready for this conference, so thanks to the city of Tomah for allowing me to use their services. With that, I want to introduce the chairman of our committee, the Monroe County Economic Development, Commerce, and Tourism Committee. You know, she says she's retired, but she's got like 50 jobs and does all kinds of things all over the state. She's a great leader for our committee and gets a lot of things done. So right now I'd like to introduce with a presentation to talk about a big project that we're very proud of is our chairman, Sharon Folcey.
Thank you, Steve. You give Steve a microphone and he does such a great job. I always feel whenever I have to follow him that you get the professional and then you get the help. Welcome. What a fantastic turnout for this 4th annual event. We have folks from all over Monroe County, from all over the state, city, other towns. We have some townships here. I mean, it's a great turnout. But I'd like to introduce you to this Economic Development, Commerce, and Tourism Committee. So, they are your hosts for this conference. So, please stand and remain standing when I announce your name. We have County Board Supervisors Najee Van Wyken, Dean Peterson, Jim Schrader, Bruce Humphrey, and myself. And then we have citizen members Carol Ostrom, Mary Jo Hill, Pete Reichert, advisory members Jared Roll, Linda Fournier, Bernie Arena, Tina Thompson, Tim Heima, and of course our fearless leader, Economic Development Coordinator, Steve Peterson. This is your committee that does all the work. They are wearing blue ribbons, so you can ask them any questions and they will answer. How's that one? Each month this committee meets in a different business location and we take a tour of the facility, we learn a little bit about the business, and if you would like to host one of our committee members, just let us know. We'll come out and visit you. The committee has many exciting plans for next year, and we invite you to come to any of our meetings. They're held on the 2nd Thursday of every month at 9 in the morning at different businesses, and it's always in the paper where our meeting will be. Monroe County has been very supportive of economic development and tourism, and several of our county supervisors are here, and we thank them, along with our county administrator, Catherine Schmidt. So please stand, all you county board supervisors from Monroe County. Thank you very much for all you do for us. Last fall, the Economic Development, Commerce, and Tourism Committee saw a need for a county-wide publication highlighting tourism and business. We all know that we've always talked about tourism, but it's quite hard to promote and work with economic development. So we wanted to do a publication that would include everything. Evans Printing won the bid to produce the Monroe County Guide, and I'd like to invite Greg Evans and Heidi Schmidt to please come up here so you can see who did all the work. Steve helped a little too, though.
So did
Bernie helped, Jared helped. Heidi designed the publication, and Greg Evans ran all around the county selling ads himself, so we got the boss to do the work. So, you want to say a few words?
Well, yeah, I just want to thank all the advertisers for this catalog. Next year, hopefully, there will be more. They didn't give me much time to sell the advertising. So next year, if you're interested, please give Evans Printing a call. Heidi, you want to say anything?
Heidi.
Glad it's done.
I am very glad it's done. Yeah, we were on a tight crunch with this one, but it turned out great, and I'm very proud of what happened with it.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. Heidi even designed some of you folks' ads. If you didn't have an ad, she designed them. She did the whole book. So thank you very much. We're really good to work with, and I'm sure Steve appreciates it also. Because this is the 50th anniversary of the Elroy Sparta Bike Trail, we dedicated this guide to their accomplishment, and that's why they're on the front cover. Check out the guide, and if you have any comments or suggestions for future issues, please let us know. 45,000 copies were printed and will be distributed throughout the county and the Midwest. If you would like a quantity for your business, just let us know. And as you can see, we're pretty proud of our Go Monroe County publication. I was trying to think of a new word for guide, so if anybody's got a different word for guide, everybody's got a guide. We have to come up with a different word for guide. So any suggestions, we'll take them. Enjoy the conference. If you have any questions, please ask, and feel free to contact any of our folks here, and we're looking forward to meeting all of you. Thank you.